ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः।
Dear friends, welcome to the study of Bhagavad Gita, chapter 5. And I have told you that I am not going to count the number of shlokas that I study. I would like to concentrate on those man-making, character-building ideas which will lead to salvation, liberation, freedom, known as moksha and mukti in Sanskrit. That is, it is more practically oriented than theoretical. But the fun of the game is, if you do not understand very clearly and rationally what you are supposed to do, how can you do it? Therefore, rationality is extremely important. Only it has to be directed in a particular direction. It is a double-edged sword. Rationality is a double-edged sword. You can argue on a subject in favor of it, against it, and you will not come to a conclusion. Where does the conclusion come in? Excuse me, I have no words to translate it in English very thoroughly. Whereas in Sanskrit, he says, Swanubhava Karanam is Vijnanam. What does it mean? Well, you are arguing pro and cons, and you are unable to decide what is right. So you deep down within yourself to find out what is right and what is wrong. And a voice speaks in you, the voice of God, the voice of Viveka speaks in you, my child, do this. Swanubhava Karanam. You are now convinced this is right. So now, we humans, if we analyze ourselves, we will find 4 very important faculties which makes up our personality. Rationality, emotionality, ingenuity, and willpower. What is ingenuity? Kartum akartum va shakyam. I can't really but marvel at the precision of the language. Ingenuity. I request you, please, this has to be done. Please do it this way. You have the freedom to do it or not to do it. At the same time, you have the freedom to tell me, Swami, leave it to me. I will do it, but in my own way. That is human ingenuity, source of almost all discoveries and inventions of the world. So the human personality, from the holistic point of view, are these faculties. Purpose of the study of this scripture is how we can harmonize these faculties and in totality reach the goal. That is the secret. Now we were in a place, the 5th chapter of Gita, where Sri Krishna makes an excellent distinction between karma sannyasa and karma yoga. We have spent our time last Sunday to speak about karma sannyasa. The 3rd shloka gives you an excellent description of what sannyasa is. Jnaya sa nitya sannyasi. Know him for certain to be a sannyasi forever. Jo na dveshti na kankshati. He who does not expect anything from the world, and if things happen, he is not averse to it. Let it happen. I am separate. This separateness from the world comes from your personality management. I'm using some modern terms, but let us now understand what is karma sannyasa and what is karma yoga. The highest common factor between the two is the word karma. So, let us start from absolutely a scratch and build up our case rationally, and then we will understand what is Swanubhava Karanam Vijnanam. We will understand ourselves. I need not tell you what it is. The word karma means activity, action. Karma is action or activity that we go through every moment of our life, including I am breathing. Though it is spontaneous, it happens physically, but I say, I am breathing. I am alive. That feeling that I am alive is Sasamvedya Chaitanya, self-evident awareness. That's how I can translate it to you. Self-evident awareness. I am alive, and I am breathing. So, karma is a very, very, I would say, enigmatic thing. Why is it enigmatic? Let us analyze. I am talking to you. Talking is a physical activity. So physically, I am involved. Then, I am emotionally involved. What is that emotional involvement? I really like, you understand. I'm emotionally involved. I'm pouring my heart out to you so that you can understand rationally. That is, I am, and I am physically active. I am emotionally involved. And rationally, I want to be as sharp as possible so that you have no doubt in your mind. That's my effort. I want to be rationally so precise that you have no chance of any second opinion coming to your mind, listening to me. Physically involved, emotionally involved, rationally involved. I will that you're involved. It's my willpower that at this age helps me to do work. 4 aspects of my personality, 4 of them are involved. On the top of it, the ego, the first person of singular number of English grammar, I. That comes in the picture. I am trying to explain to you rationally, egoistically, rationally, emotionally, physically, with a willpower to explain to you. This complete circle is karma. I hope I've been able to make it clear to you what is karma. Not only physical activity, all these 5 elements put together. My will, my emotion, my rationality, my ego, and my involvement. That goes to make a karma. What is the motivation behind? What is pushing me forward? I desire you understand. I desire you understand. That desire is my motivation. That is why I am doing all this. Now, after the talk is over, some of you come and tell me, Swamiji, it was wonderful. And Swamiji hits the ceiling. He has been appreciated, he has been admired, and he hits the ceiling. And some of you very honestly come and tell me, Swami, you did your best. I appreciate that. It went above my head. I didn't understand anything. And Swami falls down on mud with a thud. Please keep this in view. You are motivated by a desire. Very noble, you understand. When you say you do, I am in cloud nine. And when you say I don't, in mud. What a stupid ass I am. I have bartered away the tranquility and peace of my mind to your opinion. Am I not a stupid ass? Should I not say, I have done my best and that's it is, I'm not bothered? I maintain my tranquility, my poise, my equanimity, the excellence of my own being, the majesty of my soul. If I can disengage myself from that desire that you understand. Give yourself a little time, dears. Let it soak in. Let it seep into you that we are the cause of our happiness and misery, joy and sadness. Why? We expect. Expectation and the other side of the same coin is aversion. I don't want to happen. As it happens, I go haywire. I'm mad with anger. What are we doing to myself? What am I doing to myself? I am making myself a football being kicked around by situations. That's what I'm doing to myself. By being desirous of the results of my activities. This whole gamut has to be understood. What is karma? Physical involvement, emotional involvement, rational involvement, egoistic involvement with a hidden desire. And the end result is either you are temporarily happy or you are unhappy. Who makes that for you? You, like a stupid ass, you bargain for it. Now, karma sannyasa and karma yoga. 2 words, and I promised you today I'll try to elaborate on those to the best of my ability and my life's experience. Let us start. Karma sannyasa. Sannyasa is samyak nyasa. Total rejection. Total abnegation. Not to come back again. Samyak means irreversible. Well, I am addicted to smoking. And one day, after a mild scolding from my doctor, I decide I will never smoke again. And with my willpower, I stick to it. I have totally rejected smoking, sannyasa, only on that object known as smoking. Drinking, gambling, we can get rid of it. Even drugs. With willpower, with proper help and guidance, can get rid of it. But attachment to the world, expectations from the world is something which needs a total attitudinal correction, a total gradual evolution of your personality. It's not easy. Management of yourself is the most difficult management of all your management techniques. The whole world is now mad with various management techniques. But management of your own personality is the most difficult because you're not aware of your faults. You live with it and you say, that's what the whole world is doing. Why should I stand apart? Let me flow. Let me flow with the world. So, dear, karma sannyasa has two aspects. What are those? Physically, emotionally, rationally, I stop following the duties of my life. I wear a gerua, I take certain vows, and I live a life like a parasite to the society. The society feeds me. Why? Because I represent a very noble cause. Whether I have really done it or not, nobody knows. I am cheating myself and I am cheating the world. Therefore, dears, in our scriptures, the word sannyasa, samyak nyasa, has been categorized in 4 different categories. See how precise the thinking is. One is markat sannyasa. The other is atura sannyasa. The third is vividishu sannyasa. And the fourth is vidvat sannyasa. I'll explain to you, dears. I'll explain. Say, for instance, I am addicted to the ups and downs of the share market. And I make money on it, I lose on it, I make on it. Some or other, things went wrong and I become a pauper. In a fraction of a minute, all is gone. It's the shock of my life. What has happened to me? I, who was a multimillionaire, I'm now a pauper. And that shock of my life brings to my mind the transitoriness of this life and this world. And I decide I have nothing to do with this world. I live a life of a monk. And I leave everything behind. I go to Banaras or to Rishikesh, take some vows, wear a gerua, a ochre color, and I'm a sannyasi. What was the reason of doing so? A shock in your life. And as you all know, time is the best healer. Slowly and slowly and slowly, your old habits take hold of you and you say, oh, this life is meaningless. It's absolutely living like a parasite, begging my food and all. I'll rather go back and get a profession. This period of sannyasa is Markat sannyasa. Markat is a monkey. If you have ever watched a monkey when it is free, not in a zoo garden, you will find occasionally a monkey is in deep meditative posture. And you think the monkey is sleeping. Absolutely stone dead, as it were. Deep meditation. And the next moment, he jumps around to find some food. Again, he goes back there. Some of us are like that. We are sannyasis who belong to the fourth category, known as Markat sannyasi. In English, we call them parasites to the society. They have nothing to contribute. Why? They have not changed their attitude. They have not gone through that attitudinal correction. They have not evolved their personality. They only make a sham show of rejection. That is the worst type. The next type. Atura sannyasa. What is Atura? Atura means a man who has no more any expectation of life and living. The doctors have said, we have nothing to do. Let him pass away peacefully. He is beyond a repair. But the man is alert, or the lady is alert. She says, or he says, look, before you go, could you get me initiated into sannyasa? Why? Why? Because before I die, I would like to inculcate those ideas in me. And those ideas will be with me in my subtle body. This gross body will be buried or burned off. But my subtle body remains, and these noble character-building ideas will be a part of my personality. I may have a very good start in my next life because of Atura sannyasa. because I have no other attitude to spoil this. I'm on deathbed now. This is also a type of sannyas. Now the third one, Vividishu sannyasa. What is Vividishu sannyasa? Sannyasis like ourselves. Rationally, intellectually, emotionally, I am convinced that this is the profession that I will choose in my life to manifest the divinity already within me. You have freedom to choose your profession. A doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, a manager, administrator, so and so forth. Limitless number of skills. I have chosen this profession and I'll be at it till I die. This is Vividishu sannyasa. Most of us belonging to this organization, most of us belong to that category. What is Vidvat sannyasa? Swanubhava karanam. With this constant effort, constant trial, constant searching, you find it out and you do experience the majesty of your soul, the excellence of your being. Ayam Atma Brahma. Satchidananda Rupoham Shivoham Shivo. I am that. That is Vidya Sannyasa, the culmination. So dears, now we know the various categories of sannyas. Let us take the last one. He says in the second shloka of the 5th chapter, Tayostu karma sannyasat karma yoga vishishyate. Tayostu, between the two. What are the two? Karma sannyasa, karma yoga. The highest common factor is karma. One is known as karma sannyasa, the other is known as karma yoga. Sannyasa, we have literally understood the meaning of the word samyak nyasa, total, irreversible rejection of. What is yoga? Because these two words have been applied to the same word karma. So they are not synonymous. They must be meaning something else. And the one is sannyasa, total rejection. And yoga means to be in communion with, a connectivity, unbreakable connectivity is yoga. Yoga yukta munir brahma achirena adhigacchati. A person who is yoga yukta, he in no time will be able to manifest the divinity already within ourselves. There you are. Now, dear, let us understand the meaning of the word yoga. Literally, yoga means connectivity. communication. That is, I will tell you, one step, your left step is touching the floor. You're balancing yourself on your left foot. And the right foot is in air. You put it on the ground. Unless the right foot is solid on the ground, secure on the ground, you don't take up the left foot. There's a connectivity with Mother Earth. This is a practical example. And the example in our Sanskrit literature is a leech. If you have ever seen a leech moving, you will find the leech has rooted one end of his body to the ground or to the leaf, wherever it is, and he keeps on searching on the other face. Unless this face gets a hold, it does not take up the other one. The same thing. Yoga is this connectivity. Now, when you say connectivity, there are 2 points concerned. One on which you are, and the other where you like to be. 2. Here, Karma Yoga's goal is to be constantly aware of presence of the divine in yourself. He is the point of connectivity, the divine. And how come the divine has been defined as Sarva Bhuta Antaratma? Sarva Bhutatma Antaratma. Anything that you see in this world, there's not a speck of space where he is not a speck of dot of time where he does not exist. Sarvatragam achintarupam. He is everywhere and he is beyond your human concept. You can only imagine. That is what he is. Now, what is Karma Yoga? We have understood what is Karma Sannyasa, and we have understood the 4 different categories. Now let us understand what is Karma Yoga. And he says, Karma Sannyasat Karma Yoga Vishishyate. This word Vishishyate has been loosely translated in many ways. Better than this. Literally, Sanskrit-wise, it means it excels over and above the other. Excels over, not better, not good. It excels over. That is, if you are given a choice, go for being a karma yogi. You will never make a mistake. Even if you make a mistake, it is correctable. And that mistake is not so damaging as it is in karma sannyasa. Let me explain. I'm here to explain it to you today. And I don't know how you feel. I'm in cloud 9. Yoga. We have understood the meaning of the word yoga. To develop a connectivity, a communication between 2 points. What are those 2 points? Me on one side, my personality on one side, and the concept of the presence of the divine on the other side. Concept of the presence of the divine on the other side. But he's there. I know he's there. What more do you want me to? Awareness of his presence. There you are. Theoretically, rationally, I have known he is everywhere. There's not a speck of space, nor a dot of time where he is not. I know that. Am I aware of that? Awareness. Sasamvedya Chaitanya. You must be aware of that presence. That is Karma Yoga for you. Whether a janitor, whether a top executive, makes no difference. It's the awareness of presence of the divine makes all the difference. Now, let us come to a very practical example. You all gather here. You say, we have come to the shrine to listen to the Gita talks. Good enough. You have come to the shrine. The word shrine rings a bell. What is that? Oh, God is present there. Here is this. It's a shrine. Who has created this concept? Me? You? Traditionally, we have accepted this concept. Shrine, temple, mosque, church, place of worship. What does it mean? We make ourselves presence of God within these 4 walls. And to stimulate our thinking, we have these symbols. They are nothing else but painted ply, painted canvas, pith, vegetable pith, this white one. You or I, we impose upon it the presence of the divine. And immediately this 4-wall room becomes a shrine. Dear me, tell me, dears, if I ask you to break away these walls and look at this whole world as a manifestation of the divine, which is true, which is real, which is not imaginary. It may be imagination today for me, but it will be realization tomorrow if I practice it. What is realization? What is imagination today becomes a realization tomorrow. Please remember, when we were students in algebra, formulas were said before us. Nothing. It was imagination. Following those ideas, that imagination not only became a realization, it helped me to put it into use. What was imagination became realization, and that was put into use. Similarly, dears, now let us look at Karma Yoga. What is Karma Yoga? To carry on with the normal duties of life. No deviation is asked for. Normal, routine, only, I would say, make it moral, ethical. And don't go under the habit of self-deception. 3 things. Moral, ethical, and no self-deception. He says, Karma Yoga excels. Now, what is the excellence? Excellence is you are converting your normal, natural flow of life, developing that awareness which is a connectivity between you and your God. Awareness. You may forget, but you'll be aware again. So it's a tug of war between forgetfulness and awareness. Tug of war. And ultimately, with frequent habit formation, effort, you win the war. Only whenever you are aware you have forgotten, be aware again. No harm done. For the time being, disgust may come to you, this janitor's work. Oh, this burden of being the chief executive officer. But as soon as you bring in the awareness of presence of God and do it with an emotionally serviceful manner, you are always in cloud 9. Because you are cultivating the awareness of presence of the divine through the natural flow of life. This is the excellence of Karma Yoga. And what is Karma Sannyasa? It is swimming against a flow tide, swimming against a current. this egocentricity in Karma Yoga is being converted into awareness. Here, the egocentricity is being tried to be vanquished. Now you make a choice which is better of the two. That is why Sri Krishna, to be absolutely correct and truthful, had to say, Tayostu, let me read the shloka to you. Sannyasa, shloka number 2. Sannyasa karma yogascha nisreyasha karavubhav. Ubhav means both of them, karma sannyasa and karma yoga. Both of them will lead to nisreyasha, moksha, mukti, the ultimate goal. There's no doubt about it. Tayostu, comparatively between the two, tayostu, karma sannyasat, compared to karma, karma yoga vishishyati. Karma sannyasat, karma yoga excels. The excellence is less problem, less trouble in performance. It is, excuse my word, it is difficult. Compared to karma sannyasa, it is easier and less harmful. There's no question of harm. Whereas in the other one, the question of harm lies in self-deception, which is a terrible thing to happen in spiritual life or in any normal life. I hope, yes, it is clearly understood between karma yoga and karma sanya. So let us stop here today. I have some announcements. Let us have our prayers, closing prayers.
Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.